guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. Preacher! Leave it! Preacher! Not right now, dude. Come on, man. So, quiet down. Anyway, so I wanted to do this video for you guys. This is my next, this is the pairing that I just did. This here is Mona. I don't have her up on my website yet. I've actually just, it's just been a lot going on and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But Mona is a Serbian import. I bought her as an adult. She's a very, very, very large female. The largest female that I own, more similar to the size of a male than a female, as you can see by how she contrasts in size with Preacher. Preacher, not right now, dude. Come on. So they've been together now. Chill out, Preacher. For I guess a while. She's definitely taking a lot longer to finish than I'm used to, but I will say that right now, like for example, for me to be able to call him off right now, I already kind of saw that it looked like she was finishing up. He's interested, but it's not the same as it was yesterday or even the day before. And so anyway, I'm really looking forward to this pairing. As you can see, both of them have really lovely movement. She's fantastically long in the body. Preacher could use a little bit more length. Her top line is really good. She has a slight slope just from her being such a long dog. But it's nothing that I'm personally concerned about as far as being an issue for puppies with her. She has good rear angulation. It's not super showy like some of the stuff that I've been working with, but it actually is good. It's exactly what it needs to be, so I'm totally fine with that. She's got a lot of bone. She's got a lot of substance. I like that. Her head type is good. It's feminine. It should be feminine. A lot of people don't know that about Corso, but there should be a definite difference. Preacher, chill out, bro. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute, dude. Give me a minute. If they even remotely do that, people get sensitive. Preacher, you. Good girl, Mona. Good girl. Little baby. So anyway, but you can see there that he's a happy man. Preacher, leave it. Leave it for now. Leave it for now. Leave it for now. Look at him looking at me. He's like, come on, man, really? Come on. Yeah, I know you've gotten plenty, dude. You guys have taken the full advantage. So typically when a female comes into season, they'll usually only stand for a male for about 3 days. It's been a week, literally, for her. She's just been taking the full advantage, and so is he. So, there is that. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss it. And so anyway, so we've been allowing her to, for them to do whatever they want to do for as long as they want to do it. But as you can see, she's huge, you guys. I mean, she's just, personally the biggest female that I've ever seen. So anyway, so I'm expecting, Preacher's not a small dog. He does not produce small dogs. Many of his offspring have actually been bigger than him. Come on. So I fully expect to have some very, very big, very black puppies. So they should also just be very good-looking dogs. I mean, they just should. They should be good-looking dogs. So anyway. So as far as bloodlines are concerned, Preacher, leave it. We may even get some Formantinos in there now that I think about it, because her mother is a Formentino. Her father is a Formentino, and Preacher has produced Formentino, so that's possible too. But more than likely, we're going to get a lot of black and brindle puppies. So, Mona. So anyway, so I'm hoping to get, as far as the bloodlines are concerned, She is outcross on her father's side. She's out of Faro Olimpo. And then as far as her mother's side, she is Custodinos. I would call her a more unrefined female. This is not a show quality female in my personal opinion, not for here in the States. But these are very important females. These are more what we would call like rustic females. And they're very essential. These dogs are very essential. So, you know, I have a lot of dogs that are not necessarily show quality. Batista's another one of those, you know, not to say that I couldn't show him. When I say not show quality, that's my own personal opinion. There's a lot of dogs out there that are champions that, in my opinion, are not show quality. But, you know, but it doesn't mean that it's not a breed quality. I've always talked about that. It's a huge difference between breed quality and show quality. Just because a dog wouldn't, you know, be fantastic in a ring doesn't mean that they don't have something to offer to the genetic pool. So, you know, I think, and him are going to make some really beautiful puppies. I'm hoping for some very typey puppies. She's produced fantastic breed type in the past. She usually, she's only been bred once before, and she had, I think she had 10 puppies, is what he told me. She's still a relatively young female. I believe she's, I think maybe 2.5 now, something like that. But yeah, this will be her first litter with us. And so anyway, so I'm really excited about it. I mean, you know, if I had to put money on it, I would say that she probably is pregnant. Come on, come here. And the reason I say that is because anytime I've ever bred a female on a split heat, they've always gotten pregnant the next time. So split heats are basically the situation in which a dog will go into a heat cycle, and it's basically a false heat. They'll go through all the motions, everything will look exactly the way that it should, and the males will even be attracted to them, and they will even, they'll even pair with the males, but no puppies will come from that. Come on, let's go. Mona, preacher, come. And then what'll happen is anywhere from 2 to 3 months later, they'll go back into season, and let's go, come. Now, Mona, preacher, come. I wonder if they're getting busy behind. There we go. Come here, get back over here now. Let's go. And so anyway, so then they'll come back into season, and oh no, there they go. I'm gonna film over here for a little bit. So they'll go back into season, and hey, psst, preacher, really, dude, come on, man, chill out. Not right now. Come here. And he's really kind of half-hearted right now. He's interested, he wants it, but I mean, really, they're done. Preacher, leave it. You've had all day, bro. This is another thing. Preacher, whenever she ties, she wants loose. And that can be dangerous for the male. You can actually cause severe permanent injury, causing, let's just be honest. I mean, you'll end your stud's career. So you do have to be careful about that kind of stuff. You know, you do need to monitor. A lot of people get away with it because a lot of females, you know, won't necessarily go that far with it. But sometimes you'll have a female that will. Preacher, leave it. And in that case, you could be really dangerous. So I noticed with her, and I had to kind of hold on to her. And now I just prefer, that's why he was in the kennel with her. I just prefer that's how we do it. Preacher. Back over here. Mona. Psst, come back over here, hussy. She's trying to take off. She's like, I'm gonna go over here and we can get some peace and quiet. Y'all been kenneled together all day, so don't give me that. Anyway, so like I said, every time I've ever had a female have a split heat, whenever I do pair them up on the second one, The second heat after that, they've always been successful. And so with her in particular, I mean, I've had her as soon as she was willing. I've had her with Preacher. So there's not been a time for them to have missed it. And in particular, not yesterday, but the day before, I had Mad Mortigan kenneled right by her. And I mean, his alarm just went off and he was just a hot crying, mess. Mona, back over here. Psst, now, Mona. Woman. She's a stubborn dog. And so anyway, so I had her, I had him there and he was just a blubbering mess. So I brought Preacher out and it was immediately apparent that his drive was much stronger. So left them together. And then yesterday, same thing. Preacher was crying at the door. A lot of times he doesn't want to be an outside dog. So even with her being there all day, he still wanted to come in at night. And we did allow that. But last night he didn't even want to come in. He just wanted to stay with her. And he's been perfectly fine hanging out with her, which is good. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. We want that. And so anyway, so I've just been kind of allowing them to do their thing. But as you can see, they're very similar dogs, in the way that they move, in their breed type. There are really good things about her that I think will balance things out about him. Like he has a lot of roundness to his skull. She doesn't have that. And so her eyes are not round. His are. Which honestly, those things, those traits will lend to that, what a lot of people call a boxer look, which really is not boxer. It's just, they don't know how to, they don't know what they're looking at. Because I used to do the same thing. And so it's like the inability to fully describe exactly what is off about the type in the head. And by type, what we really mean is like the visual, hey, Preacher, leave it. Is the visual indicators of breed within a dog's individual features, right? So if we're looking for breed type in the head, well, what are the recognizable features that tell us that it's a Corso versus like a boxer, right? And so when people start to see recognizable features to the boxer and they don't know of any other dog that exhibits those, they'll say, oh, well, it's, looks like a boxer. And it really just comes from an inability to fully identify those features which are off about the head. And sometimes they're off and sometimes it's just a misunderstanding. There's a lot of misinformation about the breed here in America. The early breeders that were here did a lot of mixing. It was not done for any reason other than greed and just, knowing that Americans didn't know what the dog was supposed to look like so they could get away with that. And now they've just convinced everybody that, that that's what the breed is supposed to be. And so a lot of people don't know what a real Corso is supposed to look like. And so, I mean, that's also a problem. But there are times when the features can lend themselves to make a dog look incorrect in breed type. And that would be when they have a round head, a very round head, when the eyes are very round and bulbous, when there's more of a narrow muzzle, but also paired with a very undershot bite. Those things can all lend to making a dog appear, particularly with a super short muzzle, can make a dog appear to look very boxer in type, while that dog may not actually have any genetics for boxer in them at all, which Vito Indiviri with Deldirium Canicorso actually spoke about in an interview on the subject when he was asked about the boxer type and whatnot. So anyway, there are, like I said, there are elements that I think are going to be very fortuitous with this pairing. I do have deposits already, but I do have some left. Just keep in mind that Mona is a specialty litter for us. She's the only dog that we have that we actually charge more for. And that's because she cost me a lot of money. So, we do charge more for that, but that's because you're going to be getting something that you're not going to get from any of the other stuff. Come on, chill out. So anyway, just wanted to kind of give them their own little video and show you guys what's going on here and what we got planned and why we're doing it. And And then I'll also do a video over at Reese's with Trinity and Achilles. I've got them over there, and we'll do some talking about that as well. So hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.